Hi guys, it's me. It's midnight here in Warsaw, and there's some kind of band playing outside my window, so I hope you can't hear them. They're kind of loud. Um, but I just wanted to say hi and answer some of your questions and give you a little update about what's going to be going on for the next year of my journeyman term. Um, so our first question comes from Katie. Katie wanted to know what my favorite moment was, and I think my favorite moment from this year was our Penglish camp, which was a camp for middle schoolers in the suburbs that we work in, and we worked really hard to put it together. It was all our team; nobody else was helping us. So I think that coming together was the best part of the year because it was a lot of hard work and it was pretty fun to see everybody come together and to see the gospel basically proclaimed every day, which was really great. But on the other hand, small victories are also some of my favorite moments. Anytime that I get to have a conversation in Polish that I actually understand and I am able to respond is always little wins. Today I was able to ask for a pedicure on the phone, so I mean, you gotta get wins when you can. So those have been some of my favorite moments. Miss Susie asked, "What was the worst food that I've had?" I really like most Polish food, but I think the worst one, it's actually called klopsiki, and I really didn't like it. It was like a fried beef burrito kind of thing from the mysterious Polish meat animal. I don't really know. I didn't really like it. But I like most Polish foods. My favorite is a sourdough soup called żurek, and it's traditional for Easter, and I really like it. My mom wanted to know what is better in Poland than in the U.S., and I think, especially here in Warsaw, the ability for me to get fresh food and good food cheaper is something that Poland does way better than the U.S. Most weeks that I go to the grocery store, I have a bag for like milk and cheese and ham and some cereal, and then I have my entire next bag is all fresh fruit and vegetables. So I think that's definitely something that they do better than what I can find in Greensboro for an affordable price. But also public transit. You guys know I hate driving, and 9 months of not driving has been really great. Amber, my partner, wants me to tell you my most embarrassing moment from the last 30 hours, and sometimes in Polish, I do not come across well, and that's okay. Yesterday at KFC, I was trying to ask for like 3 chicken strips. I ended up ordering 3 strip meals, and I didn't realize until he was giving me enough change back, and I was like, what did I ask for? So sometimes it just doesn't work. You try your hardest for understanding for everybody to understand you, and sometimes it just does not translate very well. So there you go, Amber. I was thoroughly embarrassed. Everyone behind me was really frustrated because they had to call the manager, and this white girl don't know what she's talking about, and so annoying. Miss Deborah, hi guys, wanted to know how you guys can best support me and pray for me. My request for you guys is that you pray that the Polish people ask questions. Poland is more than 90% Catholic, and they have religion classes in school, and everybody knows basically what about Jesus, but what they don't know is the Bible. They really don't have a concrete understanding of what the Bible is, and what grace is, and what personal salvation or personal relationship and salvation is through Christ. They only know what the what the priest tells them. So my prayer for Poland is that they would ask questions, that they would listen to their priest and say, that didn't match up with what they said last week, or I was reading in my Bible that I have at home that I should never read, and that just didn't line up directly. They would ask questions. I can preach and talk to my friends all I want, but the real movement and the real salvation basically is going to come when they ask the questions and I happen to have the answers. If you were able to read my last blog post, we had several people just point out to us like, yeah, you guys are like pretty cool and we like hanging out with you. We don't really know why. And those are the opportunities and the moments that we have that we're able to say, I know why we're a little bit different, and we just, you have fun with us, and we're nice, it's Jesus. So if you guys would pray that those opportunities would come, that Polish people would just genuinely ask questions. That's the biggest, need we have. Another thing that Miss Deborah asked is the most surprising thing in Poland. I have really, really loved getting to know my church family. When we first got here, all the services are in Polish. Sometimes they sing like Amazing Grace in the Polish, and I'm like, oh, I know this song. But at the beginning, it was really kind of frustrating that I was at this church and I don't understand what's going on and I can't even sing, and I just sit there and I'm like, okay. But as I've gotten more comfortable in language and I can pick out keywords and follow along, I've been really surprised at how welcoming my church family is, and really grateful for the support that they give us. So shout out to Joy Church. But another really surprising thing is that Polish people love when we fumble through Polish. I think it's kind of interesting. They know it's one of the hardest languages on the earth for us, and they think it's hilarious when we try. So they all think that they're horrible in English, and I'm like, okay, if you guys are horrible in English, I am like a child at this. So that's some of the interesting things. They really enjoy it. When you come visit me, I'll teach you all the cool phrases, like Szukam żony jak zielone. I'm looking for a wife like crazy. That's a famous one. We teach all the people who come visit us. Katie wanted to know, what am I looking forward to the most this upcoming year? I am looking forward to starting our youth group again. There was a youth group in our community, in our suburb community, for a while, and it kind of fizzled out. We tried to revive it, but it didn't really work all that well. So after camp this year, we're really gonna rebrand, redo everything. So I'm really excited to do that. We're doing a new time and a new format, and hopefully gonna be building off the momentum from camp. So that can be something you guys are praying about. Sorry, Lawndale. I think I'm gonna be stealing the Fusion Fridays because we can't come up with a better name. So don't hate me. Miss Susie wanted to know what my hardest moment here in Poland has been this last year. Well, many of you know my granddaddy passed away in September, and then my grandmother passed away in February. And that was just a really hard time because I wasn't able to be with my family, and it's the dead of winter and depression, and when you only get 5 hours of sunlight, everything just looks really bad. So that was really hard personally, but ministerially wise, when our interns left after having an entire spring with them, that was really hard. I really enjoyed having them, and they were a great help. Right after Trey left, hi Trey, I was like, where the heck is Trey? He needs to get out here and help me. So I really missed them. That was a really hard moment. Being on the field is a constant revolving door of somebody's in, somebody's out, somebody's coming, learning language, somebody's going on stateside. We got volunteer teams. We're always at the airport. So I think those are always really hard moments when we lose a part of what we've been working with, or we gain an extra hand and we don't really know where to put them. So that's definitely been part of the hardest moments. My mom also wants to know what is the biggest burden for Poland. And my biggest burden is that they would read the Bible and that they would understand for themselves what personal salvation looks like. And I hope that I am able to give them a glimpse of what that looks like in my life. But that's definitely my biggest burden, that they would find it for themselves. Our goals for next year are a lot. We've got a lot going on. Our new youth group in our suburb community, we're really praying for solid Polish leaders and our solid 10. If we could have 10 kids from our middle school and from the community that we could really pour into and really build upon, that's what we're hoping for. Hopefully we're going to be revamp is starting again in October, so we got 2 months to pray up those solid 10. If you guys would be lifting those up, that would be really great. We're also going to be starting, hopefully, a new adult English club in my neighborhood. So this is a community center that we've never worked with before, but we have hopefully a really good opportunity to start up there. Maybe have a youth group that goes along with that. So there's lots of different opportunities there. We're also going to be starting a new meeting time at the English club in the community that my supervisors live in. This one's going to be much more Bible-based, kind of like small camp. So we'll have English lesson, we'll have Bible lesson, sing some songs, and maybe someone gives a testimony. We're hoping that this will be like our pre-church plant, that people will really come to know the Lord through this, and that we can plant a church in this area. There's only 3 churches in Warsaw for 3 million people. So there's about 300 maybe Baptists in Warsaw. And the closest church to our neighborhood is a 45 minute to an hour public transportation ride. So we're really hoping that we can plant a church in our neighborhood soon, and that church can influence the rest of the community. We're also still wondering about what our plans are going to look like in our suburb community, where the church that I go to is located. I've been going to the middle school and doing like an after-school English club there. We're not sure what that's going to look like this year, so if you guys would pray for not consistency. What word am I looking for? This is awkward. Like when you, okay. Just pray for the middle school. And our discernment, that's the word I need for it. Our discernment in that, just finding out where we need to be and how we're going to be most effective in that. And then also maybe a new English club for adults in that suburb in Radost. So we've got a lot going on. We don't really know what this fall is going to look like. Lots of things are up in the air. But yeah, okay, I guess that's my update. Sure, it's midnight. It's midnight here. It's 6 o'clock there. I know everybody's eating dinner. I guess you can ask more questions as you guys finish getting home and watch this video, and I'll be glad to answer them. But that's what I have right now. 1 year down, 1 year to go. Got a lot of plans for this 1 year. Been a lot of places, but excited to see where the Lord's going to take us. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.